Welcome back to the class. In this lesson, we're going to get familiar with the images and the icons we'll be using for this design. And it's always a good idea to prepare these before you start the actual design process, because it's just going to make things easier for you. Of course, you might change them later, but at least you have a starting point. So I'm going to show you what images and icons we'll be using, and also I'm going to share a couple of resources you can use to facilitate this whole process. Let's begin. All right, for the images, as I showed you, we have the logos, the brand logos. You can find link, by the way, link in the resources PDF file to this exact logo, and you can download it. Now, for the placeholder images, I got these images from a UI kit, a finance UI kit. And let me just make this a little bit smaller so you can see them better, right? Because we're working with a dummy project, we don't have screenshots or images from the actual product, right? So we're just going to use these demo images. And actually, let me just show you where you can get that. This is called a free finance UI kit, and you can find it on Behance. And this is where you can also download it. Now, I believe this was a sketch. Yeah, so it's a sketch file. And just in case you don't have Sketch installed, I went ahead and exported these JPEG images for you so you can use them right away in your design. Now, on top of these, we also have these device renders. This is for an iPad Pro, and this is for an iPhone 7. And we'll also be using these in our designs. These are PNG files, and I exported them from the Photoshop files that can be downloaded from here. These are also linked in the PDF file, by the way. These are free resources from Pixeden. This is a PSD iPad Pro mockup, and this is an iPhone 7 mockup. And these are all vectors. They're in Photoshop, and they have this smart object as the screen, and you can just double click that and put whatever screenshot or image you want. Just like I did, notice I have one of these other images inside the phone screen, and the same goes for this iPad. So these are the placeholder images that we're going to be using. Now, if you're just looking for some placeholder images, one resource that I use all the time is Unsplash. You just search for a photo, like for example, iPhone, and that gives you a list of images matching that search criteria. And these are free images. You can use them anywhere. Great resource. Now, when it comes to icons, there are so many websites out there that allow you to download loads and loads of sets of icons. One option that I go to all the time is Icon Finder. You can find premium, free icon sets, and you can download individual icons as well. Here you simply search for, I don't know, home, and you can search by style. You can find free icons only, and you can click on any one of these and download it as a PNG, SVG, or other formats. It depends on the icon set. So you can get icon sets from here, but for this particular demo, we're going to be using some icons from this icon set. It's called MyCons, and this is by a fellow Romanian called Cosmin Negoiță. This is a great icon set. I use it in a lot of my projects. And another icon set that we'll be using is called Ion Icons. this is, again, I really love this icon set. I use it all the time. I really like it, and I strongly, I can strongly recommend it to you as well. Now, with any of these sets, you can simply download them, and it's gonna give you an archive. You unarchive that, and you have probably SVG and PNG files. But what I like to do is use an app called Icon Set. This is a free app. It's cross-platform, and it works on both macOS and Windows. And it looks something like this. You can create icon sets here, and you can import them from your hard drive. And as you can see, I have the two sets that we're going to be using loaded here. You can see all the icons. You can search for a specific icon. And once you find it, it's really simple. Just right click, you can copy it. And then you can go to Figma or whatever software, design software you're using, and you can simply paste that in. Or you can click and drag, and it's going to do exactly the same thing. So these are the tools that I recommend you get. But if you don't want to install anything else on your computer, that's totally fine. Let's say we want to download this Ion icon set. It's going to download an archive, and once you unpack that, it just gives you this list of SVG files, and you can just grab the file that you want and drag and drop into Figma, and you're good to go. All right, at this point, you should have the images and icons all ready to go. And because we're working for a fictional product, we're obviously using some placeholder images. But remember that on a real project, you would use images that are relevant to that specific product. Okay. Now, feel free to use the images that I provided or download your own. If you think you find images or icons that work better for your design, by all means, go ahead and do that. I would love to see different results in the project gallery. Now, assuming you have everything set up, and that includes color, typography, and imagery, we're ready to move on to the actual page design. And this landing page is divided in several sections, and we'll tackle one section at a time in the remainder of this class. We'll begin with the hero section, and that's coming up in the next lesson. See you there.